everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Yesterday afternoon, many local residents there in San Diego reported shaking and a loud boom being felt from North Park to Mission Beach and Cordona. There was one post saying, "What the heck is going on now in San Diego? My whole house shook and I heard a loud boom. I thought someone crashed into the side of my house or something. No earthquake reported." That's what Christina reported on Twitter. Then she posted another one. It says, "Just felt another." And there was a reply saying, "I felt it." Robbie said, "I felt it in Chula Vista, California, but I think it's the Air Force testing a new engine again." Yeah, I felt it roughly 10 minutes ago. It was big. I live in Carlsbad. Two more replies said, "I thought my neighbors were moving furniture or something." And Rose said that they felt it in La Jolla. It evidently was around 4 p.m. yesterday, and Colorado Times newspaper questioned the Big Bang Shake on Twitter as well. They retweeted a CBS tweet. It says, "Did you feel it? People from all over San Diego are reporting feeling a boom this afternoon. USGS did not report any earthquakes in the area. We're looking into what this mystery boom might be." And Colorado Times newspaper tweeted, "Colorado Island here. What was that big bang and shake a minute ago?" Philippi 5.7 said, "My backyard sliding door here in Otay Mesa was shaking like 5 minutes ago." So I downloaded data, going back quite a ways. There's been a lot of shaking there. We got one, let's see what time that is, if I can find it. Looks like right there at 18:20. It's marked in red. That would have been yesterday, Universal Time. So that would have been at 10:20 local time. Not being reported. Let me make this bigger for you. All right. And oops, let me close this out and you can hopefully see that it is in fact marked in, is that it? Or is that it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, it is in fact marked in red. So right here would be about 4 o'clock. And it does look like it could have been a sonic boom by the seismic wave. Let me try and extract that. See how it starts out quiet and then gets louder. And then afterwards, we'll go afterwards because we're not exactly sure about the time. And we'll look. There's been a lot of shaking. A lot of small earthquakes. Okay, same thing there. Said there was another one a few minutes later. Here we got another one that could have been a sonic boom. And then we got this right here. Kind of weird little signature. See, and we got another one. Almost, not quite, almost a minute later. More recently, let's go down to what's been showing recently. There is two marked in red. Let's see, is that it? Or is that it? Like I said, there's been so much shaking going on. Alright, at 16:35, that is today. That one is supposed to be near Anza, California, a magnitude 0.4. I think it was a little bit larger. Let's look at the spectrogram of that. Yeah, I think it was definitely larger. And then we got another one. I'm not going to try and we got another one at 16:09, also marked in red. But that one is not being reported. That one would have been about 8:09 a.m. local time. I'll show you some of the different quakes that have been going on here. There was, okay, let's look at that one. Okay, 12:16. Not being reported. Let me come down here. You can see there's all kinds of little stuff going on. We got one there, another one there, another one there. They're pretty even in timing. Another one there, and I'll pull it over. Let's see, there was one reported in La Jolla. Now that was a magnitude 2.4. That would have been at 4:58 a.m. One person said they did feel it. There's a spectrogram, and I want to compare it to, let's see, this one right here. And this one right here. Let's go back to the 2.4. And we got another one. Let me bring it over. Got another one right there. Oop, I'll have to bring it up. And we'll compare it to this one. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely was not, what are they saying, a 0.8? Was that what I said? Yeah, they really messed up on it. Well, let's see what it really was. I get a magnitude 2.03. And they're saying it was a magnitude 0.9. So the monitor that I am using is right here. It's close to, well, in fact, it's right along the Rose Canyon Fault. There was a report back in 2020 talking about the Rose Canyon Fault, how it could produce a deadly earthquake there for San Diego. At that time, they said it was an 18% probability of a earthquake of a magnitude 6.7 or greater. Now, they said that if there was a magnitude 6.9 off of Del Mar, it would probably kill about 800 people, damage about 120,000 buildings. That was, as of 24 years ago. Likely shut down Interstate 5 and the Cordona Bridge. So let's zoom in a little bit. I'll put roads on here so we can, let's see. Yeah, that's the interstate there. Do they have a name on it? Yeah, that's Interstate 5 right there. And you can see, let me take this off so you can see the structures, the overpasses. Yeah, 6.9 would definitely be deadly. So this monitor along that fault zone, the smaller earthquakes are just an indication that stress has built up. Let me pull this over. This is what it was showing when I pulled the files. Yeah, the smaller earthquakes do not release the stress. That's a misconception of many people, that the smaller earthquakes relieve the pressure, and they don't. It just shows that there is pressure built along there. And yeah, there's a lot of noise here, but then here's another one. That one there could also possibly be a sonic boom. But you can see, yeah, we got multiple, lots of earthquakes going on. See that? A lot of little stuff. And then this one right here. Yep. So hopefully everybody there has a plan, is prepared. Yeah, it's a little unsettling when you have the sound of a boom. You don't know if it's the fault opening up. And then, with the rattling afterwards, you just don't know what the heck is going on. So if you have a plan, you have, food and water and all that, medical supplies, things for the pets, your TV's bolted to the walls. Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit safer when I have all that done. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Always be prepared, and then you're a little bit safer. You don't know if you're preparing for a tsunami from a large earthquake. Could be a water spout. Could be civil unorder, riots. You just don't know. But if you're prepared, yeah, you're a little bit better off. Please stay safe. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.